Giving costs nothing at all. As humans, we are all capable of giving aid to one another. However, the act of helping is becoming more and more outdated. As inflation rises, the amount of people giving aid to the less fortunate is lowered. However, despite all of this, there are still people who work hard to make sure others live well. Castaway House is the home to many different charities and non-profit organisations, all established to aid those associated with the Royal Navy and the Royal Marines. Located in the city of Portsmouth in the south of England, Castaway House brings aid to thousands of people a year through charities such as the Royal Naval and the Royal Marines Children's Fund, and also Castaway House's main charity, the Royal Naval Benevolent Trust, or RNBT.
The Royal Naval Benevolent Trust is a charity that was set up in 1922 under Royal Charter, established specifically to look after the needs of the needy and distressed, the lower deck element of the Royal Navy and Royal Marines. So that's Royal Naval Ratings and Royal Marines other ranks.
The Children's Fund has been in existence for about 15 years. We were a combination of two other charities. We help children aged between 0 and 25 of serving and ex-serving Royal Navy, Royal Marines and reserves of those forces.
We help in a manner of ways, from anything from giving food vouchers to paying mortgage or rent arrears.
The first and principal means is by individual grants. So in Charity Commission terms, our activity is the relief of poverty. So individual grants for a wide range of needs, from education and training through to putting a roof over people's heads, clothes on their back and food on their plate.
Later on in life, as people are living longer, their physical needs become more important, and we can provide funding towards scooters, riser recliner chairs, orthopaedic beds, and we can cover and generally do total amount of stair lifts so that people can remain in their own homes and have access to their upstairs rooms, which in a lot of cases is needed because of some cases no downstairs facilities for washing, etc.
We can pay for childcare, we can pay for respite, holidays, perhaps if someone has a terminal illness, the mother or the father or the child, and it's recommended that they all have a holiday together, then we'll pay for that. It can be special needs education, special needs equipment. We're supporting nearly 2,000 children and we're spending £1.3 million a year doing it.
On the grants to individuals side, we've got 2 full-time grant administrators and they will take the cases in, assess them and pass them up to our grants committee, who are all volunteers. The grants committee meet twice a week, every Monday and Thursday throughout the year apart from bank holidays.
Once it comes here, the people in the office look at each case. There's somebody looks at it to start with and agrees with it or disagrees, and then if it goes on to a second and a third person, so there's a good, good look at everything.
Anyone that finds themselves in difficulty in assessing a case, I can look at it and advise. I don't overrule the casework, but I can advise, and I am a go-between, a mediator between myself, between the committee and the central committee, who dictate the policy and the finance of this committee to make sure that we are running efficiently and meeting the needs of our beneficiaries.
We've also got a care home called Pembroke House, which is based in Gillingham, and that in 2012 had an extension built, and the the Earl and Countess of Wessex came to open that wing of Pembroke House, so we had to host a royal visit. It was wonderful.
Third way is we make regular charitable payments, which are like pensions, if you will, charitable pensions. They're £20 a week, and we administer 1,000 of those, so that's £1 million a year or thereabouts. to those on especially low incomes. And the fourth way that we assist people, because we help about 3,500 people every year, is through advice on welfare and related matters. So we have a wealth of experience in advising people on how they might get out of the hole in which they may find themselves.
People in need who are applying for help go to the SAFA, Soldiers, Sailors and Airmen Association.
So when somebody flags up that they need some assistance, the first thing that happens is that we will refer them to a trained caseworker, and that person will go along and visit the person who's in need and determine exactly what the scope of their need is, and fill out the inevitable form. We've got to have a form with all these things.
Fill out the forms, which are then sent here with the the request for whatever help it's required.
It's a bit of a cliche or a bit trite to say that every day is a special day.
Every time we come up to a meeting is a memorable moment, because we are helping those people who are less fortunate than ourselves.
There's a huge sense of fulfilment in helping people who have fallen on hard times, often through no fault of their own. It's just the roll of the life's dice. And I'm surrounded by good people here who are similarly minded.
I think the memorable moments have all been concerning the children again, seeing them grown up and have them come and see us or speak for us at an event or so on. And then it's really nice to see how they've managed to overcome all their difficulties, be it disability, bereavement or whatever has happened to them in the past.
You talk about getting close to beneficiaries, and this is just fortuitous that here's a couple of weeks' worth of thank you letters from people who we've assisted. So we get hundreds of these every year.
There is a need, and that need is to be satisfied by people like myself, volunteers who believe that we should be helping our own kind.